It's summertime for Alaska's heat.
Is there any other guns in the car?
They see us coming and they take off, thinking that we're not going to try to find them.
Hey, stop where you're at right now. Stop!
And the party is in full swing.
What's going on, man? Where's your clothes at?
A lot of people think it's just a free-for-all and the laws don't apply, but they still do.
From the fierce wildlife of the Aleutian chain.
We do have problems with people getting attacked by eagles.
We're looking for angles that a poacher would shoot from. Both babies are over there. That's not a good thing.
There we go.
To the wild crime of the interior.
Sit down and stay there.
You in the building, speak to me now or you're gonna get bit.
These are Alaska's endless days of summer.
Stop resisting! Do you understand me?
I'm gonna kick your...
No, you're not going to pick anybody's.
Summertime on the Kenai Peninsula. Temperatures soar into the 70s, and summer days bleed together with daylight lasting up to 20 hours. For the Alaska State Troopers, the long summer days are one of the busiest times of the year. And it all starts with a bang.
Our problems don't normally start until 4th of July weekend.
NCIC 24.
Sergeant Dan Cox is one of the many troopers patrolling the Kenai Peninsula on this 4th of July weekend.
We'll have people out partying on the river banks here in huge numbers. Crowds the size of 200-300 people are not uncommon.
And it all happens on Exit Glacier Road. This busy thoroughfare along the banks of the Resurrection River is the epicenter of the three-day binger.
This is probably where about 90% of our activity happens. In the past years, we've had minor consuming, DUIs, assaults, sexual assaults.
It's a lot of 42.
We've had drive-by shootings. Is there any other guns in the car? Is it loaded? Last year, we had a guy get pulled out of his car. The car was overturned and he was beaten up over something that they thought he had said to somebody in their group. A lot of people think it's just a free-for-all. They can come down and do whatever they want and the laws don't apply, but they still do. What? Okay, it's way too early for this stuff, guys, okay?
Yeah.
All right, we want you guys to have a good time, but there's such a thing as too good of a time.
And
all right?
time for a nap.
And that's when we get involved.
We'll be passed out
Okay.
by like at 5, 6, F and 8. You won't be hearing from us.
So everybody's got the warning. They're all aware of it. And so this will be one to keep an eye on tonight.
Yes. This one and then the one with the camper.
Yeah, yeah.
But the party's just getting started.
Whatever.
Oh, did she just show her? Where's the lady in the pink shirt?
Is there something wrong?
If she really feels like she needs to expose herself to that guy, take it to a tent or somewhere else.
Or a strip club and make some money, huh?
Hey, you know, as long as they're of age, you can
arrested and we can $500 a night.
Alaska's summer days run long, and that's more time these campers have to party. At 11 o'clock, the sun is just starting to set, and the debauchery is in full swing.
You got the camera up in here?
So I heard this is where the party was, huh?
Right now it's starting to get prime time. We're starting to get into the 11:30 range now, so the real hardcore partiers are out. They're going to be out till approximately 4 in the morning, so we're going to be hitting this area pretty hard.
Tonight, troopers check campsites around the clock for illegal drug use and underage drinkers.
So nobody in this camp's over 21. Okay, start pouring out your booze here, okay?
Alcohol fuels nearly all crime in Alaska, so troopers focus on keeping underage drinking to a minimum. Thousands of partiers are spread over miles of thicket, creating a unique challenge for the troopers.
Oh, there they are right there. A whole bunch just took off running. Who's all these guys that feel like they need to run?
No idea.
Well, why did they come over here and talk to you guys?
Running by.
Running by?
Asking us what's going on.
No, you don't know whose camp this is?
No idea. Not a clue.
Nearly the entire party fled the scene.
Yeah, they just took off running. There's probably enough beer to supply half the town of Seward, and they see us coming and they take off thinking that we're not going to try to find them.
With partiers hidden among trees and thick brush, troopers rely on instinct to find criminals.
A lot of thoughts go through our minds when somebody takes off on foot from us. Start running, you start raising red flags as to why you're running. Could they possibly have a weapon on them? Could they be dangerous? Could they have a warrant?
Trooper Willis combs the woods for suspicious partiers with something to hide.
How you doing, guys?
We're just trying to go down.
All right, let's come on over here real quick. How old are you guys? Let me see your IDs. Stop resisting or you will go to jail. Do you understand me? Stop resisting! Stop resisting! Do you understand me? Officer. Stop resisting! What? Do you understand me? Stop resisting or it's gonna be worse for you. Stop resisting. Officer. Let go. Stop resisting. Put your arms behind your back.
Officer, let me get up, please.
Put your arms behind your Put your arms behind your back.
Please. I'm freaking out. Please. Officer.
Stand up. Get on your knees. Get on your knees. Get on your knees. Put your arms behind your back.
Officer, I haven't done it.
Don't.
Dude, you pushed me, man.
Put your arms behind your back.
Officer.
Suspect's on the loose. About a half mile towards Seward Highway.
You running towards the road?
10-4 towards the Seward Highway. Great t-shirt. It's all ripped up.
10-4, half a mile towards Seward Highway.
Trying to contact him for minor consuming. Trying to get his ID. Yeah, he's in possession of a bottle of beer. Approach him, he takes off. He started resisting. I told him to stop resisting.
Now, the hunt for the runner is underway.
Just jump in, man.
On the roads and in the woods.
Hey, stop where you're at right now. Stop. Stop. Stop!
But it doesn't take long for troopers to apprehend the underage drinker.
Go on, guys, my glasses.
10-4, you're gonna be custody. Stand up. You're under arrest for resisting assault. On a police officer. You got some injuries, need medical attention?
Had he not ran, the man would have walked away with a ticket. Now, he's facing charges for assaulting an officer and a night in jail.
Watch your head. And he starts, starts fainting and stuff, so I get him to his knees, and he just bolts again. This is my stupid deal, but we're good.
Just over 100 miles to the north lies the Great Matsu Valley. Surrounded by towering mountains, the valley is one of Alaska's most populated areas. Trooper Nelson and his four-legged partner Rolly have been working together in the Matsu for 3 years.
I'll go do some work. I'll go work. Yeah, you want to go work? He's the best partner I've ever had, to tell you the truth. Yep.
They are the Matsu Valley's only canine tracking unit. With 24,000 square miles to cover, Rolly stays on top of his game with regular training sessions.
Good boys! Oh, the good boy!
I'm just laying a training track for the dog. Basically just simulates somebody running away or a lost person even or anything like that. Basically, it just puts an odor on the ground for the dog to put his nose down and track the ground disturbance.
Today, they're honing Rolly's article identification skills.
Where's that?
An exercise that aids in investigating burglaries and recovering stolen property.
Found a handgun before that someone pitched off while they're running away, and he found 7 snowboards the other night from a commercial burglary. Someone broke into a snowboard shop, so it works pretty good. Zook. Where's that? Oh, good dog, good dog. Good boy. Oh, good boy. Sit. Good to do it right before shift, because then it kind of puts them in the mindset for the rest of the night. Good dog. Oh, good boy.
Alaska's summer sun has melted any remaining snow, bringing a rise in burglary incidents. With no snow on the ground, criminals know they are less likely to be caught by footprints left behind. So today, Rolly's training will be tested. Across town, Sergeant Chan races to the scene of a burglary.
Well, we just received a report of a homeowner that just got home and found that the door to the house was ajar. So the homeowner is afraid that someone might still be in the house.
Rolly's ready to go.
Go ahead and prop it open. Stand still. Stay still.
Stay tuned with a canine. You in the building. Speak to me now. You're gonna get bit. State troopers with a canine. You in the building. Speak to me now. You're gonna get bit. Foren. Foren.
Rolly scans the first floor of the house.
Here. Stand still. Stay still. Where's he at?
Troopers enter, ready for the worst.
All right, you ready?
Yep.
You gonna go left?
Yep.
All right.
Wait.
Stay still. Roll it. Yep.
Clear.
Outside.
Ready?
I got the staircase.
Rolly indicates that the intruder's scent goes upstairs.
Stand still.
Stand still. Stay tuned to the canine. You upstairs. Speak to me now. You're gonna get bit.
I check down low.
Stay tuned to the canine. You upstairs. Speak to me now. You're gonna get bit.
(1019) to the house.
It appears the home burglar escaped, but not before taking the TV.
Looks like they attempted to pry open this place, but instead they just went around to on the backside and just shattered the window and just walked into the house.
An investigation reveals several partial prints and a full handprint. This could be the key to an arrest. The troopers' work is finished. Unfortunately for the homeowners, this may just be the beginning.
But remember, they've been to your house once, so they know the layout of the house. They probably know your schedule. So you guys are going to want to be a little bit more vigilant as far as who's coming and who's going, because you never know when they decide to revisit.
The burglar may be on the loose, but this story could have had a much more serious ending if not for Rolly.
It's actually very dangerous. The advantage for us for today is that we have a canine unit.
Good boy. Oh, good boy.
On the far western tip of the Aleutian chain sits Dutch Harbor, one of the busiest international fishing ports in the country. Made famous by TV shows, it's the starting point for commercial fishing fleets heading out to the dangerous Bering Sea. It's connected to the city of Unalaska by a bridge and has a huge transient population in the fall and winter months.
It's about 4,000 permanent residents, and depending on the fishing season, you know, we get, I've heard anywhere from like 10 to 20,000 people that come in. Lots and lots of people. It's almost like another little town.
And along with the rough and tumble fishermen that come through the port comes crime.
When different fishing seasons come in and you get that flux of literally thousands of processors and fishermen, then that's when we sort of earn our money. The call volume just picks up dramatically.
Today, Unalaska police officer Dave Riffer is looking for a man with an outstanding warrant.
Got a warrant for a guy, failure to appear, but on some charges that involved a weapon.
Copy, 6-1236.
So we're gonna go see if we can locate him. Apparently some of the other officers have looked for him and had no luck so far, so.
Sounds like he may be there.
10 for the Brown Apartments.
10 for the upper right-hand apartment.
Hey, how you doing, boss? Where you stay at? Do you have your ID on you?
I don't.
All right, which one do you live at?
I live right up in there.
All right, is Dalen up there?
I don't think so.
You don't think so? Who else is up there right now?
I believe my girlfriend, grandpa.
Okay, who's your girlfriend?
My son, and my sister.
All right, Dalen up there or no? Has he been staying up there?
Yeah.
Okay, is he up there now? Hey, how you doing, boss? Pretty good. Let me talk to you for a sec, okay? You got some shoes you can get on? You're gonna have to come down with me and
okay, yeah, I gotta
do
go
some
up there.
talking.
The suspect was out on a boat and missed his court date. It's a typical occurrence in a fishing hub like this.
Just trying to make my money on the boat.
You knew it was coming, man.
Every once in a while.
Yeah, you gotta come down and take care of business.
Sometimes you gotta be fishing and you don't have time to make money.
Right.
My lawyer didn't even get the time right.
He's charged with assault, a common crime in Dutch Harbor.
So you get a lot of younger guys here and a lot of alcohol and, you know, a lot of money, sometimes more money than I guess a lot of these younger guys have ever made. And the end result is, you know, you tend to get a lot of those alcohol-induced crimes, a lot of fights and minor assaults, thankfully, mostly minor.
Aside from petty crimes common during fishing seasons, there's another danger lurking above.
We do have a large volume of eagles here. As beautiful as they are, we do have problems with people getting attacked.
Alaska is home to more bald eagles than anywhere else in America, but these powerful birds are predators.
And I've met quite a few people that have been attacked by eagles. It's more common than you would imagine.
Because of the fish processing plants, eagles flock to Dutch Harbor for the easy picking.
In fact, a kid that works for my wife, he was running home from work a month ago or so and got attacked by an eagle, and it actually gashed his head. He was running, thinking about something, had his iPod on, and something hit him really sharp and hard in the head, and he jumped down and thought someone had threw something at him, and he looked around, and there was the eagle that had just attacked him, flew up on the pole, and then it went back up and just stared at him, and he kind of backed away until he got far enough away that he felt comfortable. But then he said maybe 2 weeks later he had one swoop at him again. So it happens.
Eagles have a 7-foot wingspan and can reach speeds of up to 35 miles per hour.
They're big birds, and for a while they were escorting the school kids from the school to the recreation building because they were getting attacked by eagles. So the parents wanted them escorted.
Back on the Kenai Peninsula, the wild 4th of July party in the woods continues.
Hold on, let's use test 3 traffic.
These two guys right here, they set off a bunch of firecrackers down there, and someone cracked up a 44 back there in the woods. He's gonna go look. There's like 50 of them in there.
Okay, we'll go back there. So I heard this is where the party was, huh?
How you doing, officer?
As day turns into night, blood alcohol levels run high and inhibitions at an all-time low.
Walking in his underwear.
Trooper Buttry pulls over to get to the bottom of this situation.
Hey man, state troopers.
Good, how you doing?
What's going on, man? Where's your clothes at?
They were at a campsite.
What campsite?
Mine.
What are you doing with road cones?
Well, they're mine.
They're yours?
Yeah.
Where'd you get them at?
I bought them.
Where?
At 3 Bears.
How old are you?
21.
All right, I'm gonna get some information from you real quick.
Okay. Yeah, can I lean up against the car?
Yeah, go ahead, Go ahead. What's your name?
My name is Frank.
Frank?
What's your name?
Jimmy.
Jimmy.
What's your last name?
The cop's name is Jimmy.
What's your last name? What's your date of birth?
Malia, what are you? Are you a Gemini?
Gemini, wow.
Are you Gemini?
Still out in 144, 27, 29.
What does 27, 24, 99 mean?
We'll find out.
Real. Am I being going to jail? Are you take me going to jail?
You know him?
Yeah, it's Frankie.
Okay.
Yeah, see? Oh yeah, that's your buddy.
Where's his clothes at?
Stole them for beer money.
Right there.
Okay, he needs to put them on.
I'll take
okay.
them right now.
Let me just check on something real quick.
Come here, give him your robe.
Oh yes, I will take a pink robe.
You gonna take care of him for the night?
Oh yeah, I will.
Okay.
I'm sober.
I'm not as think as you drunk I am.
Really?
And God didn't come here. He doesn't know me yet.
I'll tell you what, man, you look stunning in that pink robe right there.
I'm looking stunning.
Look, man, you got 2 guys or 2 women that are gonna take care of you. Okay, they're gonna take care of you.
Yeah.
If I gotta come back here for you, you're gonna go to listen.
I'm gonna have 2 kids.
You're gonna go to jail for disorderly conduct.
Listen.
You understood?
Yes, I'm gonna get disorderly conduct.
Yes, sir.
This is your DC warning. Okay.
DC warning.
Disorderly conduct warning.
Disorderly conduct warning?
Yeah.
But I'm 21, I can drink.
Not
drinking for causing loud noise. You're disturbing people when you're walking down.
Internet predator.
And you're walking down the road in your underwear. Okay. He's good. All right. I'm gonna release you these 2. Okay.
I love you, man.
All right. Well, you be careful.
I didn't mean to cut.
Thank you guys for taking him. Okay. Here, you want your road cones?
No.
All right. Still out 24, probably 10-8. He's been given a DC warning. Advised if he comes back out in his underwear intoxicated, I'm gonna arrest him.
4th of July celebrations are full bore.
Right where we expected it. It's gonna start picking up the more and more that they drink. And probably more rowdy too.
Besides hard partying, pyrotechnics bring madness to the mayhem.
What we're looking for is people using them irresponsibly, where they're going to shoot them off towards people and maybe commit a crime called reckless endangerment, or maybe hit somebody, be assault.
I got eyes on him. Black checkered shirt. Oh yeah, he's going to jail for DC. Drop it, you're under arrest. Disorderly conduct, creating a hazardous condition out here, setting off fireworks in the middle of the road. You got cars going back and forth, you're setting off pyrotechnics in the middle of the road, okay?
I am?
I just watched you do it. You got any ID on you? Where's your ID at? I just watched you set off 2 of them in the middle of the road and one's still smoking.
Sparkler?
Not a sparkler.
That's what I set off, sir.
I'm not talking about that sparkler, I'm talking about the 2 you set off in the middle of the road when the car was stopped.
Hey, I can set off 2 sparklers in the road.
You got anything on you that's gonna cut me, stick me, anything like that?
No, sir. No disrespect, if you would have.
It's not the sparklers I'm talking about. I saw you light the sparklers off. I'm talking about the 2 you set off in the middle of the road right there, the one that blew up when the car was parked right back there, had to stop. That's the one I'm talking about. Then you set another one off the middle of the road, I watched you. Then you went off the side of the road and set the sparklers off.
Went up in the air.
Yeah.
I'm sorry, sir. If I knew it was in there.
Even the sparklers are not okay, because people don't know if those are going to blow up or not, and you're obstructing a roadway, and it's illegal. All right, let's apply common sense here. Something that explodes or sets things on fire on the roadway. What do you think about that?
I completely understand that, sir. There could be a vehicle coming. I understand that, sir.
That's why. It's just dangerous, and common sense dictates that you shouldn't do it.
I'm sorry about that.
So, all right.
You want to hold him and I'll grab my rig and come back up? All right.
No, sir.
Spread the word. If I catch you setting fireworks off in the middle of the road, you're going to jail for disorderly conduct.
It's not long before one of the night's favorite characters makes another appearance.
Oh, here we go. Yeah, he's going right now. Hey, come on, you're going to jail.
You're going to jail?
For disorderly conduct, man. You can't be dumping stuff in the middle of the road.
I didn't dump it.
No, you already took him once. He's out here causing trouble again.
I put it back where I found it.
In the middle of the road?
Yeah, that's where I found it.
Well, no, it ain't how it works, man.
God, that's where I found it.
Can we please? I swear this time. If not,
No, there's no, back up.
That's where I found it.
I'm telling you right now to leave, all right? Well, I'm glad to see you got pants back on.
Dang, so look good. Am I camera friendly now? Yeah, they're taking me to jail, I guess. I don't know.
You're going to jail for disorderly conduct.
What's that mean?
You're causing reckless harm. You're creating an environment for reckless harm to everybody.
To everybody?
You're throwing stuff out in the middle of the road. There's cars driving up and down through here.
That's where I found it at.
All right, Frank, you gonna give me in trouble?
No.
All right, I'm gonna tell you what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna put the cuffs in front of you, okay?
Can I give you a bunch of money right now and you take my money and let me go?
Are you propositioning me?
No, not at all. I'm just kidding.
A lot of people might take that seriously, man.
What does that mean? Is that like prostitution?
No. You're trying to bribe me.
Oh, come on. I'm not trying to bribe you.
Well, you know, some people might, I know you're a big jokester, but some people might not know that, man, so you might not say that to people.
Okay, what kind of people?
People are a little more serious than I am.
You're not a serious guy?
I'm a serious guy, when I need to be.
Man, you're really taking me to jail?
Yeah, man.
How much I gotta pay to get out?
All right, come on, hop in there for me, man.
All right.
This afternoon, we observed Mr. walking down the road in his underwear and a pair of brown shoes, and had 2 orange road cones in his hands. He is clothed now. I told him I appreciate him putting some pants on, but before, like I said, he was just in his underwear running down the road causing trouble.
Are we going to jail?
Huh?
Are we going to jail?
Yeah, we're gonna go to jail.
Really?
You just can't be throwing stuff out in the road like
I didn't throw anything in the road.
The big orange cone.
That wasn't me.
How many people are out here in a pink robe and a pair of blue jeans?
A lot of people. Have you been around here lately? Okay, guys. You guys know I'm a good guy. I have never bought booze for minors. I don't want to be handcuffed for sake.
You got some nice bracelets there.
I do have some mean bracelets on, huh? I think I have like 1 or 2 links in between these.
Yeah, I think there's 3 there.
Prove it. Pull over and count them.
They're my cuffs.
Oh, good call, Copper. Hey, does it make you mad if I call you Copper?
I don't care. Frankie?
Yes, sir.
In my 6 years in law enforcement, I have to say you are a first, man. I have never come across somebody quite like you.
Can I hold your shotgun? You can even take the shells out. Can I hold it? Man, you're fun. I like you guys. I wish you guys wouldn't have arrested me.
Honestly, you're the first man I've arrested in a pink robe and underwear.
Really?
Yeah.
Look at this. I look like a panther, don't I? I look fast. I'm not mad about it, though. Thanks for pulling me over. Thanks for arresting me. I'm glad you guys arrested me and not nobody else. This is the end of the line for me. I hope you guys had a fun time tonight. And I'm sorry, guys. I shouldn't have drank tonight.
After a wild weekend, the bash on the Kenai Peninsula finally ends. The partiers are gone, and only remnants are left behind.
Once 4th of July weekend is done, then things go back to normal. People are just here camping, and a lot less problems after the weekend stops.
Over 300 miles away in the town of Glen Allen, wildlife trooper John Simeon has a problem on his hands.
Received a call this morning in regards to a potential cow moose. He's either struck by a vehicle or shot. The only problem is they've got 2 calves with it, you know, and we're not in the business to raise and rear, you know, orphan babies.
Cows birth their young between May and June, so in early summer, calves are still very dependent on their mother.
The worst case scenario is we get there, we find out the moose was shot or poached and wasted, and we can't do anything with the calves. Usually when there's a couple of baby moose out, everybody wants to see them.
2 calves are stranded on shore, and Trooper Simeon races to the scene in hopes of a quick rescue.
They're all cute and cuddly and pretty. Until you try and grab one of them, they kick the snot out of you. There it is right there, floating in the water. Right there.
The bloated moose carcass is hard to miss, and signs of the orphaned babies are all around.
So you can tell the babies have been here recently. There's tracks of them around. Is that one right there? Yeah, there's one right there. See it right across the lake? Sitting right next to the rock cliff. You can barely make it out. Yeah, both babies are over there laying right there. That's not a good thing.
Although concerned for the calves, Simeon must first determine how the mother died.
If the moose was killed right there and it died right there, we're looking for angles that a poacher would shoot from. So areas of trees that block everything. Obviously, he's not going to be shooting through a bunch of brush to try and poach a moose. So we're looking at angles and tracks, bullets on the ground. Taking a cow moose is, especially with babies, is way more shapes of wrong than I can imagine. You know what, there's nothing on the road, there's no brake marks, there's no, unless, a semi clipped it. I'm kind of leaning towards the fact that it might have been shot. Without getting hands on, it's kind of hard to tell right now. 10-4 out by 126 mile.
Simeon enlists the help of Alaska Fish and Game and the local tow truck to retrieve the moose.
Well, you can walk out with me and tow it over, pull it over to the shore. Come on, you know you want to do it.
I'll do a lot of things for you, John. I don't know if I'll do that.
As Simeon decides on how to best get the moose out of the water,
well, it looks deeper over here, don't it?
The calves decide it's time to leave.
Oh, there the calves go. See the calves running? You see the babies?
If the calves are old enough to run away, they may be old enough to make it on their own. Now, for getting the mother out.
I'd walk out to it if it was 5 feet deep, but it's a lot more than 5 feet deep. So, plan B, we're gonna try and get ourselves a canoe and get out to it, so. You gonna be ready for us, Dan? Holy moly!
I can only find one. Sorry.
Yeah, it's not like we're gonna be doing Mach 10 or anything. Well, it's bleeding from the mouth, so it had to be hit. Hi, Dan. Mind you, when it comes out and this thing gets tight, stuff could spray in certain areas. Could you hold it right there, Dan?
He inspects the half-ton moose and makes the call on the cause of death.
That's road rash on there. You can see it's not getting rubbed. He's got little slice marks and cuts where it slid along the highway. Probably hit by a car. There's no obvious bullet wounds, there's no broken limbs, there's no sign of trauma, except for the fact of the skid mark there on the right shoulder, which kind of indicates it could have been hit and slid down the road. Probably some internal damage to it, and it slowly died.
On the bright side, Trooper Simeon is optimistic about the calves' survival chances.
They swam away, they look really healthy. We're going to give them another day. They're probably going to hang around here a little bit, but once their mama's gone, she's going to be out of sight. The babies are not going to hang around here long. They're going to take off. And they're big. I mean, they're good size.
Simeon takes the body away to decompose out of sight.
Within a week, this thing will be broken down to bones and the hide. The animals will dispose of it pretty quick.
Over 500 miles away, summer brings mild weather to Bethel, a muddy town in western Alaska. With about 6,000 residents, Bethel is home to the largest concentration of taxi cabs, with one taxi cab for every 84 residents.
Why don't you go ahead and jump in the back of the cab?
A good thing, considering Bethel also has the highest concentration of folks ending up in the drunk tank each night.
There we go. Watch his head. Sit down. Sit down.
Go then.
Sit down
You.
for me.
You.
Sit down and stay there.
They got nothing to do with it. Get me on this.
Come on.
No.
Come on. Come on. Come on. Come on. Come on.
Here, roughly 95% of all calls are soaked in liquor.
I'm gonna kick your.
No, you're not gonna kick anybody's.
You got a jug or anything? You got your bottle?
Bottle off here.
Any jugs? Who's got jugs? Anybody?
I want some booze. Want some?
Nope.
You want some?
Watch your head when you get in.
It's 9 p.m. on a weeknight, and the summer sun is still shining on Bethel. Police Officer Jeff Lee is patrolling the town's dirt roads for anything suspicious.
Come July, it's pretty much all the time daylight. You get used to it, and then it switches the other way, and it starts messing with you again. Seasonal affective disorder, pretty prevalent here. In the wintertime, you can get people kind of go stir crazy. Cabin fever sets in, and people just start going nuts. Sick of being in the house, wanting to get out and do stuff, and pretty much what they have to do is drink, and that's never a good thing. How you doing today? How are you doing today? You doing all right? You got your stumble on? Gonna meet me down here at the BNC parking lot by AC for. You doing okay? You got somewhere we can take you?
The town has instated a special program to cut down on public drunkenness. A van that transports the inebriated home to jail or the hospital, depending on the degree of intoxication.
Just a little bit? Okay.
For sure.
Are they gonna take you where you need to go? You can't stand out here when you've been drinking.
You come with me, brother. I will go.
Okay. Let's go around the other side.
Watch your hand. Have a seat.
This man is headed to the hospital.
They just, you know, trying to get them off the road, trying to get them off the streets. They're not in any kind of trouble. It's not like they're going to jail with a charge or any of that. They basically go up to the hospital and get cleared medically, and then we try to find them a place to go. I don't know what the percentages are, but the majority of the people that we pick up find a place for them other than a state facility. A lot of family members will take them in. The ones that don't have to go to the drunk tank.
They'll place the man in protective custody while he sobers up. In Bethel, it's a common occurrence.
12 and out. Alex, we gotta go.
Twenty-year veteran Vic A. has a big job.
I'm the only trooper at the moment right now that patrols this whole area that covers the islands that we call the Aleutian Chain.
That's an area nearly the size of Connecticut and Rhode Island combined. Even in the summer months, getting to the smaller villages isn't an easy task.
Another fine day at Dutch Harbor. Typical Aleutian weather. You never know what you're going to get.
Today, a summer snowstorm has grounded all flights, leaving Trooper A stuck in Dutch Harbor.
Sometimes I could be stuck there for 3 weeks because the flight's not coming in.
But the Aleutian village of Akutan, some 40 miles away, needs its law enforcement.
I have a stabbing case in the seafood plant I have to investigate. Akutan is one of the ones that kind of keeps me busy. Sometimes I get called out there because of a homicide.
But with the tough fishermen unwilling to brave the storm, A is at the mercy of the elements. He's hopeful that the storm will pass soon.
The old expression goes, you just gotta wait 15 minutes.
Three days later, the weather permits, and Trooper A is on his way.
The weather's a lot better today. You know, again, it can change any moment, you know, typically the Aleutian chain. Looks like we get to go. So hopefully we'll make it.
He makes the hop to Akutan aboard a 1942 Grumman Goose. This odd-looking aircraft is uniquely suited to Alaskan conditions.
It's just basically a plane that can land on the water. And that's how they get us to certain villages. Akutan just happens to be one of those villages. It still does not have a runway because the island just comes straight out of the water. Basically, the village of Akutan is built on this little rock. We're in Akutan. Made it safe and sound. Now, Akutan was like a lot of villages on the Aleutian chain where they have a big Russian influence. But they still have a lot of names here, last names, Russian influence, like Bereskin and Martushev, things like that. And you can see the Russian Orthodox Church and a cemetery.
Trooper A heads to his office along a boardwalk. This is Akutan's highway system. There are no cars in this town.
This is how you travel on ATVs, or a lot of the villages, in especially Western Alaska, call them bikes. They don't call them ATVs.
This village has a population of 100. During the fishing season, when the canneries open, it swells to 1,000.
Okay, this is the seafood plant in Akutan. One of many you'll find on the Aleutian chain.
With Akutan's 1,000 seasonal workers comes seasonal crime.
I'm going to go inside, talk to the manager about a case that was involved with some of his employees, a stabbing incident. A Latin guy stabbed in the abdomen with an ice pick. Have you heard if he's still around?
The plant manager gives the trooper a statement, but the suspect is nowhere to be found.
All right, thanks, and I'll come by if I need anything.
With his investigation halted, A checks in on some of Akutan's other areas.
We're just going to check the other side and go across the bay and check the old whaling station. Every once in a while we got to check that out, make sure everything's kosher. We don't have any lost souls out there.
The only souls at the old whaling station are a couple of foxes.
See the fox over there? He's almost a crossbreed of red and a silver fox.
Alaska's summer sun reveals endless tundra hidden by snow most of the year. It's the time of year when both animals and tourists explore the wild state. No one takes these precious warm months for granted.
Yeah, it's kind of neat. Even as troopers, we like to be tourists sometime. Again, that's why a lot of us come to Alaska, because of this stuff. You know, the raw beauty of, you know, what it has to offer.
Because soon, this majestic landscape will once again lay undisturbed under a thick blanket of ice and snow.